I'm going to tell you about the top mistakes that product managers make and how you can avoid them. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. My name is Alex. If you're interested in product management business, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. And of course, smash the like button and share with your friends that may be interested in building or product management. Today, we're going to be talking about common product manager mistakes. And by the way, if you're interested in how to break into the product manager role, start from this video. All right, let's dive in. The first mistakes that product managers make is forget about the goal or the objective for the product or the company or both. When you're in the middle of solving a problem, of dealing with requests, figuring out what to do, sometimes you get really zoned in on a particular problem and you start solving it and you start to follow the breadcrumbs there and dealing with other issues, and you forget what the actual goals of the product are or the company are. Sometimes worse yet, you haven't set those goals or the team hasn't set those goals, so everybody's sort of bouncing around from one idea to the next or from one project to the next without really an anchor or a North Star where to head. And so having goals, creating goals if you have none for the product and the company is a top priority, but assuming you do have them, keeping them top of mind is also very difficult, and a lot of times product managers tend to lose focus and tend to get sidelined. In order to avoid this issue, just remember to always ask why. Why are you doing anything? Why are you working on this feature, this bug, this user concern, this partner concern? Why are you doing anything? And if you ask why enough, usually you can get right back on track and get right back to talking about the product goals or the company goals. Number two is trying to understand the entirety of the space you're working in or the market or the business that you're working in before creating certain plans or taking certain actions. You don't need to understand everything in the complicated world that we live in order to move forward. In fact, if you wait until such time that you have a full understanding of the problem or the problem space, it might actually be too late to do anything. So make sure you're thinking the right way about it and getting only as much information as you need in order to make meaningful decisions and move the project or the product forward. This touches upon the prioritization aspect of the product manager's job, and I have a separate video talking about prioritization for product managers. Check that out to get more detail on this particular issue. The inverse of this is when you don't know your product at all. You haven't played around with your product, you don't understand how a user interacts with your product, you don't understand the actual problem that your product solves. Sometimes this can happen if we as product managers are either too busy or we learned about the product secondhand and we haven't really had time to sit down and get our hands dirty with the actual product and interact with it and feel what a user is feeling. It's very easy to get into that situation. Try not to let that happen by always reminding yourself to get the knowledge firsthand. Experience the product yourself so that you can draw the right conclusions. This brings us to the next common mistake, is zoning in and focusing on your favorite thing to do in product management. Maybe that's designing the UX. Maybe that's interviewing users. Maybe that's writing very detailed specifications for what you want built. Maybe it's data analysis. Whatever it is, we tend to have favorite activities and favorite pieces of the product manager's job, and we tend to overemphasize our energy on that. So don't get hyper-focused on something that you really enjoy. Make sure you're handling all the other aspects of the product manager's job. And I have a separate video talking about how to think like a product manager. This is important. Thinking like a product manager. Check it out. Another mistake is not maintaining a product roadmap, short and long term. Sometimes we put together a roadmap, but we don't maintain it. Sometimes we don't make updates to it when important things launched or got taken off the roadmap. And it's important to have one spot where everybody can go, all the stakeholders, internal to your team or external, outside of your team, other people in the organization or other partner teams or whoever it is, that can go to one place and understand your roadmap. You might even have a customer-facing roadmap, which maybe doesn't have as much detail or fidelity as your internal one, but the most important thing is that you at least have an internal roadmap where everybody can see where you're headed. And that's ultimately an important responsibility of the product manager. We'll link the episode to roadmap when it comes out right there. Another big mistake is being inflexible. There's a difference between saying no by prioritizing the important things and focusing on the goals that are important and set as the key metrics, and just being inflexible, not accepting other people's opinions, not accepting or considering other solutions to a problem that you identified and maybe a solution that you proposed, not being open to new opportunities, new markets, new ways of looking at the customer problems, new opinions internally, different team members. So being too inflexible. As product managers, we are responsible for the vision of the product and a lot of times of the company. And so we build this road forward. We build the roadmap and we build the vision. And sometimes all the changes that are coming at us, the easiest thing to do is just to be inflexible and be rigid and continue with your vision. Now, sometimes that is important to do, but again, as long as you're following the North Star and you're sure that this is the actual path forward. But try to be flexible. Explain your reasons why you want to continue going in a particular direction, even though there's evidence to the contrary. Try to leverage data, and in general, be communicative and be collaborative. If you want to know if you have the abilities it takes to succeed as a product manager, check out this video. It covers the skills necessary to actually do well as a product manager. So if you're wondering whether you have the right personality for the career, that's going to be a good video to check out. And not knowing the product also means not interacting with the users, not interacting with the customers, not engaging with the customers enough. As a product manager, you're the voice of the user. So make sure you're always interacting with customers meaningfully. You're collecting their feedback in however scaled of approach you can do that, depending on the size of your organization. And make sure you've got your fingers on the pulse of the customer's problems and how they're solving their problems with your product. A lot of the times we can get so busy with the day-to-day work, with writing documents, specifications, with aligning the team, with figuring out what we should do next in terms of the roadmap, driving cross-organizational alignment, and presenting and trying to get things ready for launch, marketing, go-to-market, etc. And we forget to actually focus on the user. Another mistake that product managers make is try to lead by authority, try to force their decisions through, as opposed to dealing with each important decision collaboratively, leveraging data, solutioning, thinking about the opportunity cost, and presenting all the decision options clearly, and then backing up your point and explaining your point. Why this, not that. I have a separate episode talking about how to make decisions as a product manager. Also very important for you to check out if you're interested in the career. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and also share with your friends or anyone who's interested or just starting out in product management. They may find it useful. Of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of the future videos. And let me know down in the comments what other product manager mistakes you've made if you're already in the industry. Next, if you're interested in learning more about product management training and fundamentals, check out this playlist. It covers a lot of the different product management skills. And separately, if you just want to know what are the top 10 skills for a product manager, check out this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.